You're finally ready to invest. You open the app, you hit buy, and it stops you with a question you didn't sign up for. ETF or index fund? They sound identical. They're close. But get it wrong in the wrong account, and you'll hand the IRS money you never owed. So in the next 5 minutes, the 4 differences that actually matter, in plain English, and exactly which one you should buy. No finance degree required. Quick version, because I've got a full video on this linked below. An ETF and an index fund can literally be the same investment. One basket tracking something like the S&P 500, hundreds of companies in a single buy for a tiny fee. That part people get. Here's the confusion. An index fund is a strategy. Track the market instead of picking stocks. An ETF is a wrapper. How that investment gets packaged and sold. You can buy an index fund packaged as an ETF or packaged as a mutual fund. Same engine, different container. So the question isn't which is better, it's which container fits you. 4 differences. Difference 1. How you buy them. ETFs trade like stocks. The price moves all day, and you can buy or sell any second the market's open. An index mutual fund prices once a day, after the close. Put your order in at noon. It fills that evening at the closing price. Sounds important. For a long-term investor, it's nothing. You're holding this for years. The 2 p.m. price versus the 4 p.m. price is something you will never feel. Anyone hyping it up is overthinking. Difference 2. How much you need to start. This one matters when you're starting small. An ETF's minimum is basically the price of 1 share. And most brokerages let you buy fractional shares now, so you can start with $5. Index mutual funds often make you clear a minimum first. $500, $1,000, sometimes $3,000. Starting with a little, that locks you out. It's exactly why ETFs were the pick in my Start Investing with $100 video. No minimum, no waiting to save up a lump sum. Difference 3. The fees. Both are cheap now, but cheap has a range. The average index ETF runs about 0.14% a year. The best ones, around 0.03%. Sounds like a rounding error, right? Over time, it's brutal. On a $100,000 portfolio over 30 years, the gap between paying 0.03% and paying 1% can add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars you just don't get. So the real lesson isn't ETF or index fund. Check the expense ratio on whatever you buy and pick the cheap one. That tiny number moves your money more than the label on it ever will. Difference 4. Taxes. The one that actually matters. ETF versus index fund. Here's the only difference that can actually cost you money. Taxes. In a regular taxable brokerage account, ETFs are usually more tax efficient. An index mutual fund can hand you a surprise capital gains bill at the end of the year, even if you never sold a single share. ETFs mostly dodge that. You're not taxed until you actually sell. But here's the part nobody tells you. Inside a Roth IRA or a 401k, that whole advantage disappears because those accounts are already shielded from that tax. So ETFs are more tax efficient is only true in a taxable account. In your retirement account, non-issue. So before you stress over it, check which account you're in. That one thing decides the entire tax answer. So which should you actually buy? Simple. If you're in a retirement account like a Roth IRA or 401k, where most beginners should be, it honestly does not matter. Pick whatever your brokerage makes easy. Grab a low-fee total market or S&P 500 fund, and you're done. If you're in a taxable brokerage account, lean ETF for the tax efficiency. Small edge, but a real one. Bottom line, for most of you, a low-cost fund tracking the whole market sitting in a Roth IRA. The ETF versus index fund choice is a rounding error. It's not worth a second week of research. Pick one, get your money in the market, and let it sit. That's the part that actually moves the needle. 4 differences: how they trade, the minimum to start, the fees, and taxes. And taxes only bite in a taxable account, not a Roth or 401k. For most beginners, either one is a great call. Stop overthinking the container and start. Next up, I'm walking you through how to actually do it. Opening a brokerage account and buying your very first fund, step by step, start to finish.